Are you struggling with confidence? Do you look at other people who are confident and you ask yourself, what do they have that they are so confident? How can they be so confident? I used to be in this exact same situation. I used to ask myself the exact same questions because I struggled massively with confidence. I used to be a depressed people pleaser with zero confidence, with no real friends, with no girls into me, alone and depressed. And today, I have confidence, I have charisma, I have awesome friends, and I have beautiful relationships. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you what changed my whole perception, what changed my mind on confidence and what it is that confident people have that people pleasers don't have. I'm gonna present this in this video because it's nothing special to do this transformation. It's just based on this one thing. And this one thing is self-respect. Self-respect is what I found out is the only actual high leverage thing that changes people pleasers to confident people. What do I mean by that? When you are a people pleaser, when you're nice to everyone, when you're doing favors, when you're putting yourself behind everyone and trying to make everyone happy, you're basically rejecting yourself. I mean, like, let's be honest. Do you say yes instead of no all of the time? Or do you not stand up for yourself because you don't want to make the other person uncomfortable? Do you constantly look for ways to make the other people happy and sacrifice your own time or your emotional well-being? Because this was me, you know? And every time you do this, you basically reject yourself. Basically, every time you say yes instead of no, because you genuinely want to say no, like you don't want to do something, but you say yes because you don't want to disappoint the other person, you don't want to upset them, whatever. You want to be nice. Every time you do it, every time you reject yourself by doing this, you poison your heart. You're poisoning your heart to the degree that you feel bad. You feel this tension inside yourself because you say yes instead of no. This creates tension. It is a contradiction inside yourself, and this tension poisons your heart. It poisons your real authentic self. That's why you cannot be confident, because you always have this contradiction, this tension in yourself. And what confident people have, they are not poisoning their heart. They are living by it. They are living by their heart, and they are expressing it. What does it mean? The more you lose time, the more you lose money, energy for other people, the more you lose yourself. And how can you be confident when you are losing yourself? Because confident people, they have something to be confident about. They know for what they stand. They know which values they have. And according to these values, they build up self-respect. Self-respect basically means, for example, you don't swear on someone or you don't shout on someone out of respect to the other person. You respect the other person, you respect their feelings, their time, whatever. You do this all the time. You respect other people. But confident people, they respect others, but they mainly respect themselves. That means they can say no when they want to say no. They can set boundaries when something is too much for them. They can say, if there is someone who is constantly consuming their time, who like they lose time on the person, they can confidently go and say, hey, look, I don't have time for this bullshit. Let's reduce the time you can complain to me. Or they walk away because they have boundaries, they have self-respect. This is what I mean. Think about 3 situations in the last week where you genuinely said yes instead of no, or vice versa. Where was the last time you rejected yourself? Because when you identify identify situations where you are rejecting yourself. You can surgically look at this situation and think to yourself, okay, next time when a similar situation occurs, I'm gonna have self-respect. I'm gonna have self-respect and I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I'm gonna say what I genuinely actually want. The same as you respect other people out of various reasons. Like, of course, you respect other people. You're not doing whatever you want with other people out of respect. So why do you allow other people to do whatever they want with you? Why do you allow everything to happen? Why do you allow all those things? Because you lack self-respect. You need more self-respect, and I guarantee you, once you've built self-respect, once you can say no and set boundaries, you will be more confident because you will have a base for what you can be confident. Because right now you're like wobbling. You are like wobbling, but you need to be strong. You need to have this base. And this is what confidence is. Confidence is this base that whatever happens, whatever someone says, I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my values. I know who I am. And of course, confidence has a lot of layers, but this is like the most basic and fundamental one. You need to have self-respect. You need to respect yourself. And how you do it? As I said, by setting boundaries first. Of course, you increase self-respect and confidence by saying what you want to do, by achieving things you want to do, and so on and so on. But for the beginning, for the fundamental thing, you have to set the right boundaries for yourself. And this all begins with saying no, for example, rejecting other people. So next time someone wants something from you and you don't want to do it, you feel inside your chest this contradiction, like, okay, I don't want to do it, but I don't want to disappoint. When you genuinely want to say no, say no. And you will feel this. You might feel anxious because you're not used to it, but you will feel some kind of relief inside yourself, like you did not create this tension inside yourself. And the funny thing is, you will see once you said no to things, once you started to do this, once you start to cultivate self-respect, to set boundaries, you will see nothing bad happens. You will see that people actually do not react like you think they react. Because right now you think when you say no, they will instantly like reject you, hate you, be upset, whatever. It's not gonna happen. I guarantee you it's not gonna happen that dramatically like you're imagining it. Maybe someone will be upset for a couple minutes, okay, but the next day it will be fine. And honestly, you are the most important person in your life and you should prioritize yourself. So if someone is upset because you are just prioritizing yourself and setting boundaries for yourself, then this is not the right person for you. I'm gonna be straight with this. This is not the right person for you if the person is not okay with your boundaries.